The following program may contain strong language and mature content. Viewer discretion is advised.
Good evening, and peace and blessings to you. It's a great day. It's a blessed day. And if you don't know anything else on this day, know that you deserve to be blessed. Hey, hey. Hey, good evening, and peace and blessings to you. It's a great day. It's a blessed day. It's a Monday. And if you don't know anything else on this Monday, know that you deserve to be blessed. Hey, everyone. I am here. Y'all know it's me. Y'all know I am here. Look, so tonight is one of those nights to where um, you kind of think that you know something, and then you find out that you really know. You find out that possibly you were thinking one way and it really was another way. But tonight we're going to talk about a couple of things. We're going to talk about the Titan Capri Experience and what that means and going forward. And then also we're just going to do some thank yous and stuff like that, just to say, hey, I appreciate you and I love you and all of that good stuff. How was your weekend? So it was Thanksgiving. I hope all of y'all got fat, full, and fatter and full, and full and fatter, and fatter. Look, let me tell you, I was eating, I was packing plates. People were bringing plates, people were bringing pies and cakes and little Debbie snack wells, little bit of everything. And so this this Thanksgiving was a little different, right? My grandmother passing earlier on this year. It was our first time without having her with the family. And so it was a little surreal, right? It wasn't anything that didn't happen or didn't go on in that aspect, but you could see or feel that she was missed not being here um, during the holidays, right? And so sometimes you would really want to have somebody here or have somebody be back here with you. But the reality of it is, I'm so glad and I'm so thankful that she's in a better place and that we were able to go ahead and just and be and live and love and be happy we're at and what we're doing going forward. So I want to say RIP to grandmas and grandmoms and let her know that basically we went ahead and went on and we did. She was missed and we wish she'd have been here to give us a little bit of chuckle and laugh and stuff. But we know how that is, right? We know how that is. I was around friends for Thanksgiving, so it was a really nice time. The weekend was really good. I got a chance to hang out with more friends. I got a chance to do some business and things like that. So it was really good. My weekend was good. I'm hoping the same for you all. Tonight, I'm not with my normal drink. I'm with my mug tonight, and so doing a little sip. That's what I'm doing, sipping through the straw. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So I think I did all of this good stuff like that, and um, so I want to say something before we get into um, the show. Speaking of my grandmother, what I want to give to you all today, and just say to you all, don't forget. Like, sometimes when people pass on or people leave this earth, we tend to forget what they held, or what was great about them, and what was great about the legacy that they had, and things like that. Don't forget. We talk about my grandmother all the time because she would make little jokes, but she's one of the best cooks that I know. Like, she tore it down always and stuff like that. And so I still, um, for the most part, will cook and bake. Baking is my thing. I'll cook, but baking is my thing. And so I just want you all to think about your loved ones, and let's not forget them. I know sometimes it's hard to think of them all the time, but let's not forget them, though, okay? Let's not forget them. All right, let's move on. Let's move on. So we're going to get into Did You Know? Did you know? Did you know? Did you know? Yes. So, all right. So I'm just going to be transparent. Okay. I thought that I was going to do this already, and come to find out that it wasn't the case in point. But the Titan Capri Experience is going to take a hiatus, right? I think it is something that is needed for me. I think that I have been battling whether or not to continue on and not have my full drive and push, or whether to continue on and then continue halfway push. You know what I mean? And so, speaking of my grandmother, after my grandmother passed, I really started to think about what was it that I'm doing and how I'm doing it, so forth and so on. And so I wanted to be that person to say, look, I'm gonna bring this down just a little bit because I want to talk to y'all. So I wanted to be that person to say that I feel that there was something missing. I feel like that I could have been doing more with my life and the things that I'm doing, and I hadn't had the chance to actually do it. And some may say that my grandmother was a burden in this sense, right? But I did what I was supposed to do, or what I felt I needed to do, or what I felt that the universe had bestowed upon me to do, to make sure I was there for her. I still got a chance to do things and travel and things like that. But I got to thinking about the Titan Capri experience and where I was going next, and what was 2023 going to bring for me. And I had a lot on my plate. I had a lot on my plate. And so I made a decision, right? And started to like protect my peace, to be able to let some things go in my life, right? And I'm not talking the Titan Capri experience, I'm letting it go, but I do believe that I need a break. I do believe that it's been hard, staying afloat and doing things. And so sometimes people will say, well, Titan, I'm here for you. Let me know, if you need something. And that's all well and good. And I'm not dinging anybody. Thank you all for loving me. Thank you all for wanting to be there. But this thing I had to do on my own. So I felt that it was time for the Titan Capri experience to take a hiatus, meaning that I needed to, um, back when, y'all know the show A Different World. Y'all know I love the episode with when she goes to the psychiatrist, or she goes to um, therapy, and they tell her to relax, relate, release, right? And so I had not had a chance to relax. I had not had a chance to relate, and I most definitely didn't have a chance to release. And so tonight is bittersweet because I'm saying that the experience is going to take a hiatus, but I don't want to let it go, right? I have been great. Pyro Media has been great. I'm loving what we've accomplished and what we've, been through, and all of those things. But sometimes you got to take a step back. Sometimes you have to take a step back. And as much as you don't want to take a step back, sometimes in order to protect your peace and to protect yourself, you got to do something for yourself, right? And so it may sound a little selfish in a sense, right? It may sound Like this, I want who's ever listening and watching tonight and who's going to see it later on to understand that this is nothing against anybody, but sometimes you got to think about yourself. You got to think about where you're at and what you're doing. And you got to think about how you show up in these spaces and these places in order to do work and to do this, right? I love what I do, but every now and then you got to take some time and recharge your batteries. You got to take some time and make sure. Sometimes you got to take a hiatus, a sabbatical, or a moment, right? And so sometimes we call them vacations. Sometimes we call them sabbaticals. Sometimes we call them staycations. Sometimes we, whatever we want to give it the name, right? I had to make a choice for Titan because I felt like I was just going and going and going. And with me just going and going and going, I had no, I couldn't stop, right? I couldn't stop. Like I could pause for a minute, but I couldn't stop. I don't know if y'all understand what I'm saying, but I had to pause for a minute and then I couldn't stop. And so me trying to pause, and then after my grandmother passed, it hit me differently than I thought it would, right? I thought I already knew what was going on. You already prepare for these things and you think about it. But then also I had my personal life going on. I had my grandmother passing. I had my family, things were happening. I had work with things were happening. I'm still, trying to be this advocate and be this champion and do all these things. And it was a lot. And so I smiling and happy all the time, but I really wasn't. I really wasn't. So as of today, right, the Titan Capri Experience is going to take a hiatus. I'm still here with you all for the morning show. I'm still here on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and that'll keep going until the end of December or until December the 14th, I believe, right? So after that, then we'll be done going forward. However, sometimes you got to take a step back, right? And it's nothing against anybody or anything, but sometimes you have to think, oh, am I good? No. Seriously, am I good? Because I can sit all day and tell you that I'm good, and I can sit all day and tell you that I'm great, but am I really? No. Really, am I good? And that's what I had to come to terms with. Um, somebody said to me, "Well, why would you stop? And you're on this climb." And I said that sometimes to really understand where you're at. Are my feet planted securely, or am I on a slippery slope? And I believe that I was on a slippery slope because I was trying to focus here, I was trying to focus there, here, there, everywhere, focus. It wasn't working. It was working for me, right? So I wanted you all to know today. And I do believe that sometimes things happen for a reason. I do believe that I wasn't supposed to end it today, but I had already put in like this is what I wanted to do for today, and then I guess it has its reasons, it has its time, and so I've been thankful for the opportunity, and so yeah. So did you know? Did you know that Titan Capri Experience is going to take a hiatus? It's not going to be a long hiatus, but take a moment, right? I need to reevaluate, right? I need to relax, relate, release. Relax, relate, release. Relax. Okay, anyways, look, y'all. So I have you wonder sometimes if well, you know what? I'm gonna hold off for that. I'm gonna hold off for that. Let's go ahead on and get into this thought. Let's go ahead on and get into this thought. Okay, so my thought today is what am I thankful for? So I kind of want to do this because Thanksgiving was just on Thursday. And I know I spoke a little bit about it before Thanksgiving, but I want to speak a little bit about it after Thanksgiving. Have you ever thought about where you were like 2 years ago, 3 years ago, and then where you are now? sometimes you want to go along than you really are. Sometimes you want to be somewhere else, right? Sometimes you want to be in the stratosphere, but you're still here on earth. And so I wanted to say to you all, I am so thankful for you. I'm thankful for you being there. I'm thankful for you loving and liking what I'm doing. I'm thankful for you supporting and pushing and pulling and doing all of those things. And I want to say this, I know it sounds cliche, but I'm truly thankful for you. If you have done anything, clicked, liked, shared, followed, spoken to me, put something in the comments, made sure that you was tuning in whenever I sent out something, when I sent out a text message or a Facebook post or anything like that, I want to say thank you, because you didn't have to do that, right? So I want you. I want to say thank you to those of you who stood behind me or on the side of me and pushed, when I said that I really didn't want to do anything after my grandmother passed. It was one of those type of feelings that I had, right? And so I don't want to make this a sucks thing tonight, but I really want to say thank you. We don't say it enough, right? We honor individuals when they do things for us. We don't tend to tell people how good they were to us until after it was gone, after they're gone, after the show is gone, after whatever have you. So I don't want to do that. I want to say thank you and let you know I'm thankful for you. I'm thank you for all the people who commented throughout my time, all the people who let me know what was going on. And then I want to thank you for those other people out there that was popping off at the mouth and saying a little bit of this and a little bit of that. You know what I'm saying? Because what we're not going to do, we're not going to sit up here and act like it's about to be a, oh, whoa, it's me type of night. No, that's not it. I want to thank you, because without you, I might not have been able to do some of the things that I've been able to do. So I want to say thank you. I want to thank you for those text messages while we were on live. As Kwame would say, why y'all gonna do it? Why we on the live? Why don't you come on the live and say? But thank you for it. You gave me opportunity. You gave me topics to talk about and things like that. So I want to say thank you. Right? The Titan Capri Experience is thankful because I was able to bring an experience. Right? Bring an experience that is me, something that I like to do and things like that. And you don't normally get that chance to do these things because most of the time there are parameters around and you can't do this, you can't be yourself. And so with me on this journey of being who I am and loving who I am, I was able to create an experience that I thought that would be great, but through my eyes, through my own eyes, through the way that I feel, the way that I see things. And I think sometimes we don't get a chance to do that. So I want to say thank you to all of those that saw it, felt it, knew it. Thank you to Pyro Media for always pushing and making it happen and making it look all cute and all that stuff like that, making me look right when I come on, all of those good things. And sometimes we don't get a chance to say thank you. And here's the thing, ladies and gentlemen, it doesn't matter to me whether it was good or bad, up or down, backwards, forwards, anything. I have learned that over my years that we don't get the opportunity to say thank you enough. You with me? And so even with that, sometimes the opportunity passes you by and you can't say thank you because the moment is gone. So this moment I said I was going to take, and I'm going to say thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you. I love you for what you've done and what you continue to do. And then don't get me wrong, Titan is not going anywhere, but we just wanted to make sure that I let you all know that the experience is going to take a hiatus, but the experience is thankful for being the experience. Titan is thankful for being a part of this experience. I was talking with someone and they told me that you got to be crazy to end all of this. I mean, it's great for you. I love seeing it. It's one of those things to where when we see stuff like this, we're like, oh, yes, he's doing it. Why would you want to ruin that? Why would you want to end that? And I told this person, I told her, I said, but did you just hear yourself? You disregarded everything I just said about my mental, emotional, my spiritual capacity. You just basically walked over exactly what I said. And then let me tell you something, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not saying that it's not good, but what I am saying is that sometimes you got to take a moment for yourself. You got to take a moment for yourself. And I'm not going to sit here and hoop and holler that this is this and this is that. No, but sometimes you got to protect your peace. I just told you, and I'm speaking to her, I just told her that I had a whole plate. My plate is overflowing right now. And I'm not speaking of it like the glass. I'm speaking of it like the plate, like I'm so full. There's nothing else that I can actually do. So then what happens? Then things start to slip. Things start to change. Things start to go the wrong way because I can't control everything. I can't take care of everything because I got so much going on. And she said, yeah, but, and I said, see, that's the problem. That's that, yeah, but. Yeah, but why do I have to be a but? You know what I'm saying? Because what you're about to do, you're about to say, but you can do this and this. Maybe that worked for you. Maybe that worked for her, him, them, they. Maybe that worked. But for Titan, it's not working. When you find yourself coming home and you find yourself tired and you find yourself trying to figure out how you're going to make it through the next day, then there's time for a change. There's time for you to say to yourself, okay, self, what is happening? Titan say, what's really going on? So she said, well, Titan, you make it sound so serious, like it's life or death. And I said, to you, it may not be that. But to me, it may be life or death. Protecting my peace, me having a moment to myself of being able to digest everything that I'm eating. You feel what I'm saying? Have you ever, speaking of Thanksgiving, have you ever been at the table and you wolfing it down? All of a sudden your stomach is big, the itis is setting in, and you feel like you're sick. You feel like you just stuffed to the hilt. And if you move, you're going to pop. That's how you feel. Now, that may be a little extreme for some, but that's the way I was feeling. I'm trying to be here, and I'm trying to be here, and then here and here and here. I couldn't do it all. So tonight, I want to say thank you. And what I'm thankful for the moment, or I'm thankful for the possibility of me being able to deal with everything that I have on my plate. I'm thankful for being able to take a step back and understanding that this is not good for me 24/7. You feel me? I'm thankful for my spirit being strong enough for me to be able to back up and take a look at what's going on. Y'all with me? And so with that, that's the reason why I'm saying this tonight. That's the reason why I'm feeling some kind of way, you know? And I'm not going to sit here and sugarcoat it and tell you that this is not what it is, because it is what it is. I wouldn't be sitting here tonight telling you anything other than what I'm truly feeling. And that's what it is. So I'm thankful for that. I'm thankful for the fact that I can protect my peace. Because some people won't do that. They will keep moving and moving and moving and moving, no matter how bad it hurts. Because it looks good, you want to keep going. And so with that being said, that's the reason why I had this thought tonight that I would talk to you, that I would just let you know what's going on and to be upfront with it. Although I didn't know that tonight was supposed to be the night. But even with that being said, everything works it's supposed to. You feel me? Everything works the way it's supposed to. So I was talking with the young lady still, and she said to me, She said, well, Titan, why do you think it's necessary for you to throw this away? And I said, I think you want to change your verbiage in the way that you're speaking about it. You're telling me I'm throwing it away. I'm not throwing it away. I'm taking a hiatus, right? I'm taking a moment. I need a moment. Because here's the thing. You know how it is. You're on the plane loses pressure, they fall down, you grab it and you put it over yourself, then you help who's over here, right? I literally was helping people, taking my mask off and putting it on them so that they can get some breath. And then I come over here and I'm half about to die trying to put my mask back on so I can get some breath. And it wasn't working. I needed to take a whole moment and put that mask on my face so that I could truly get some air and then go from there. That's what I was going to have to do, right? And that's what I'm doing. So thank you. Thank you for being there. Thank you for supporting Titan. Thank you for doing it. Now, again, I'm not gone. We're just saying that the Titan Capri Experience is going to take a hiatus, right? I still will have the morning show. I still will have that Tuesdays and Thursdays. So I have a couple of more shows with that before the end of the year. So with that being said, I will still be around. You can still contact me. You can still say, hey, hi, cat, dog, whatever you want to do. You can still do that. But I want to thank you for just doing that. Keeping me in the forefront, keeping me on the lips, keeping me on the tongue, keeping me on Google. You know what I mean? I want to say thank you for that. And I want to say thank y'all for tuning in. Y'all have been tuning in here lately. And also, not just here lately, but tuning in. But since I started the morning show, y'all really been tuning in. So I just want to say thank you all for doing that and being that, right? And I'm gonna go back to the young lady real quick. She said, okay, so Titan, so now what? And you know what I told her? I don't know. I have something in mind, but I'm not really worried about any of that right now. I'm worried about me. I'm worried about being whole. I'm worried about being satisfied. I'm worried about being understood. Not nobody else, me, myself, understanding what I'm doing and what I'm going through. I'm worried about whether or not I'm going to be the next day, where I'm going to be the next day after that, and the next day after that. And I can't think too far ahead because I got to handle what's going on right here. And I haven't been doing that. Y'all understand what I'm saying? And so with that being said, I need to make sure that I'm good. She said, okay, I get it. But why? And I said, here we go again. I don't understand why you keep questioning what I'm doing for me. Now, come here, y'all. Come here, come here, come here, come here, come here. I have nothing against you checking. I have nothing against you trying to understand. But what you cannot do is put your ills and frills and teals on me. You cannot put your woes and wees and bees on me. That's not for me. What's for you is for you, and what's for me is for me. And so with that being said, there's nothing for me to explain to you. I've given you all of the tools to tell you what's going on with Titan. But Titan is not doing that anymore. Titan is not doing this over here anymore. Titan had to cut out quite a few things in his life after his grandmother passed in order for him to be able to make it through. And I think that's where we get to the point. Oh, I didn't hit my table. That's where we get to the point to where sometimes we're like, but society has made us believe that it's the but that we should be looking for. But you were making this. But you were doing this. But you were doing that. But wait a minute. Where's my peace? Where's my quiet? Where's my love? Where's my understanding? Where's my spirit? And then she said, oh, I get it. I get it now. But did y'all see how long I had to go in order for her to get it? I don't even know why I was continuing to go that long and go that. But the reality of it is that I wanted her to understand it. It had nothing to do with the society and the people out there. It had everything to do with what's going on in here. That's the issue. That was the problem. And so I don't want you all to think that this is a pity party. And so let me be honest. Let me be honest. It really doesn't matter whether or not you think it's a pity party or not, right? Because I got to do what I got to do for Titan. And I think that's where we have a disconnect. We have a breakdown because we are continuously trying to make somebody do something that they are not for, or they are not spiritually grounded for, or they are not understanding of. And I just found it difficult for her to just take the answer or take what I told her and go. She kept coming back and kept coming back and kept coming back. I said, what is she not getting? Like, what is she not getting? And so with that, I'm going to take a hiatus, and I want to say thank you. And I wanted to say I am blessed because of you. And hey, and we still going to do what we got to do, right? We still going to do what we got to do. I think it's about time for us to take a commercial. Yes, because y'all, I'm talking to y'all, and I'm sitting here saying, baby, look here. Hold on. Oh, that was good. So I want you to take a moment while we're on commercial break, and I want you to think about where you're at right now. And are you there because you are there for yourself, or are you there because somebody told you that you can do it? Somebody told you that you need to keep pushing. Somebody told you that you need to neglect who you are, what you're feeling, and move forward. Because that's what was happening with me. And so, again, not that I wanted my grandmother to pass, but it was a godsend for me to open my eyes and make sure that things were good. Truth and truth. All right, ladies and gentlemen, looks like it's about that time. We're going to go ahead and Kwame, roll that beautiful being footage. You know, we got to pay some bills.
Pyro Media Network is a proactive network focused on providing innovative space for content creators and entrepreneurs. PMN is dedicated to giving its viewers a diverse entertainment experience while helping content creators elevate their production, engagement, and overall branding. To date, PMN has reached over 1 million viewers and listeners internationally, produced over 72 successful shows with high ratings and fanfare, and has housed over 135 content creators, brands, and businesses through entertainment and consulting services exclusive to Pyro Media. Pyro Media Network is a space that makes you feel at home. So if you or someone you know wants to make an impact, then contact PMN by visiting www.pyromedianetwork.com. And we will take your production to the next level.
We are back. Let me tell you something. So tonight I've been talking about taking a hiatus and giving some thank yous and what I'm thankful for. You know how you think long and hard on something and you wonder if it's what you're supposed to do, and anything worth having, worth working for, worth changing and doing. And so here lately, I have been really thinking, these changes that I'm making, are they good? Are they bad? Do I need them? like, what is the deal? And so I want to say this. Sometimes when you things, sometimes when there's a need for you to do something different, it's always that iffy feeling that you have. I like to think that I've prayed on my spirit enough and meditated enough to know that I'm doing the right thing. So yes, I had somebody ask me, is it scary? Yes, it's scary because sometimes you don't know what's on the other side, but sometimes you got to take a moment, you know what I mean? And do what you need to do for yourself. I just wanted to say that because somebody asked me that earlier today. And so I used to be an entertainer. Well, I still entertain. Let me say that. I still entertain. But I used to do shows back in the day and pageants as well. And so I I would always get this feeling in the pit of my stomach, right? I would go out on stage because I was always wondering whether or not I was going to get the right beat, remember the words, do what I'm supposed to do. Like I didn't know, right? I didn't know. So I would always get this feeling in the pit of my stomach. And I'd be like, oh, Jesus. But all it would take was for me to get out, right? Get out on that stage and that beat would hit or that light would shine and I was in the moment. And I was in the moment. But now, remember, backstage, right before everything, I was scared. I didn't know whether or not I was going to make it, what was going to happen, so forth and so on. But as soon as that beat dropped, as soon as that song on, as soon as that thing, you think about what you didn't practice for, what you didn't, how you going to turn it, how you going to do it, and then you go. And so I want you to apply that to your life, right? Everything is going to be scary. Everything is going to give you that little pit of your stomach type of feel, right? Especially if you're making big decisions and moves, right? But think about this. As soon as that beat hit, as soon as that music come on, as soon as that light shine, boom. You feel me? Everything else is out the door. It's either now or never. You do or you don't. You will or you won't. It's one of those things. And then you go in. And I remember me standing behind the curtain, just as nervous as I want to be. But as soon as that curtain would open and that light would shine, all bets are off. It's time for Titan to do what Titan came to do. And that's what Titan is going to do. And so I'm saying that because that's the same feeling you have when you're about to do something different in life. That's the same feeling you have when you're about to change something. That's the same feeling you have when you're about to take a hiatus from something. But know what you're doing it for, understand why you're doing it, and understand what it's going to mean to you on the other side. That part. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm sitting here talking tonight. I'm kind of cool and laid back, right? And, I don't have my drink night and stuff like that. I'm just kind of chilling. But let's go ahead and, let's get into you better. You better. All right. So I put in keep in contact, right? And the reason why I said that is because there's no reason for us not to be, you know what I mean? But I want you to keep in contact with yourself. I switched that. I turned that around. Keep in contact with yourself. And this is the reason why I say that. Sometimes we disconnect from ourselves. Sometimes we feel as if there's no need to check in on ourselves anymore because we're not doing the things that we were doing before. But what I want to say to you tonight is to keep in contact. Keep in contact with yourself. Keep checking your pulse. Make sure that you are good. Check your time. Make sure that you are good, right? Understand what it is. Get your GPS. Keep in contact with yourself, meaning your spirit, your mind, your body, soul. Keep in contact. And believe me when I tell you, I'm going to tell you that Titan is going to keep in contact with himself. And that's the reason why he's doing what he's doing now is because he's trying to keep in contact with himself. That sounded so Tamar Braxton. That's why he is doing. He is he and he is me. And look, y'all. Keep in contact. Keep in contact. I think that we want to lose contact with ourselves when we feel that it doesn't work, We want to lose contact with ourselves and that it is no longer fitting us or it's no longer good for us. But the reality of it is that you have to keep in contact with yourself to move forward, to go through things and to get through things and to do things. Keep in contact. Keep in contact. So y'all, it seems like that I have gotten a little bit of some people that like when I talk noise, right? And so I want to say this because this is so funny. So I'm having a conversation with like 3 people, and I was telling them that I don't like to do all the gossip and stuff like that on the blogs, but they were like, "Oh, but I think you would be really good at it, especially if you change your voice and switch up and act like you're reporting and stuff like that." So I said, "Wait, what? Why'd I be acting like I'm reporting? Like, why would I be doing that?" They said, "You don't think it'd be funny?" So we were sitting there talking, and we were talking about what's in the news, right? And so I'm thankful for friends and family and loved ones. Something that really hit my heart really hard was the young lady that was murdered in Mexico, in Cabo San Lucas. It really hit my heart hard because I cherish my friends. I love my friends. I think that my friends are my village, my tribe, my gang. And so I didn't understand how she was only there 24 hours or so, and then she was murdered. And these people were her friends. And not only that, they videotaped her. Now, I'm not saying that I can't even say that. It just really hit my heart. It really hit my heart. And they were saying, the people I was talking to were saying, "Well, you couldn't have reported that." I said, "I know I couldn't have, because I would have went and looked for whoever it was that was videoing the whole incident. I would have looked for the people that called 911 or didn't want to call 911. I would have looked for everybody. I wanted to go and take them out one by one, like literally get them because of this young lady." Now, we don't know the backstory, but the backstory doesn't matter. What matters is that they left that baby, or excuse me, that young lady there for dead. They left her there. They knew that they had already done what they had done to her, and they left her there. And the reason why I'm mentioning this tonight, ladies and gentlemen, is because it hit my heart so hard that I have friends, and they call me Papa Bear, Daddy. They call me, even sometimes they call me Mama Bear, like what? Because I'm always looking and searching and wondering what's going on. I don't want to ruin your vacation. I don't want you to feel like you are a prisoner trapped in something. I'm thinking about is your safety. You're already in a foreign country. You're already here. You're there. And that's what I want. I wish that she could have had the friends, right, on this trip. Now, the weird part about all of this, and this is what really drives the dagger deeper into my heart, is that they left her. They left her. Said it was alcohol poisoning. They didn't came back to the States. Do you know how much evil there has to be here for you to go all the way back to the US and then talk with her mother and tell her mother this story? But then you got to figure out who was the person that was leaking these videos. And I know I'm probably late, y'all. I know I'm behind the curve, but this really, really touched my heart. There was a time where me and 4 other people went on a trip, and they probably watching. Yeah, they probably watching. And we went on this trip, and we were going to. It was a bonfire. I'll never forget this. We were going to this bonfire, and everybody was kind of going their own way. And I said, "Hey, y'all, can we stay together until we get over to the lit area?" You know what I mean? And then you can do what you want to do and go your separate way. I wanted to enjoy myself too. I hadn't been to a bonfire since I was in high school, so I really wanted to enjoy myself the same way. Anyways, so they were like, Titan, you always got to be the one. You always want to make sure everybody's okay. We're gonna do it, right? So everybody stayed together. We got over to under where the lights were, and then we figured out that some people were going over here, some people were going over there. And I said, okay, cool, right? And they were like, well, Titan, why do you always do that? And I said, not on my watch. I know we are all grown. I know we are all, but things can happen, right? I'm a big dude, but that still doesn't mean that nothing couldn't happen to me. You know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to make sure that I'm the designated driver, right? I normally do not, I maybe drink one drink, but I'm nursing it the whole night because I want to make sure. And then, as sure as my name is Titan, one of the people in my group had walked off and went to go look at the lake under the moonlight. Not a problem. But there were 3 other people that was with them at the lake looking at the moonlight. And I'm so glad that we came up when we did, because it just felt eerie. It just felt weird. And here I am counting the people. Where you at? Where you at? I'm finna put a chain on you, and bring all of y'all in. And that's what I was thinking. So we got to the lake, and my friend was like, oh, well, you know, you always ruining something, this and that. And I said, well, I'm gonna tell you this. Something's not right. My spirit is telling me for us to get out of here and now. Like, don't waste no time. Don't pass go. Don't collect $200. Like, get out of here now. And so we did. We got back to the hotel room, and we were all talking about our day and stuff like that. And I went over to my friend and I said, hey, are you all right? And my friend was like, Titan, do you know, I felt like I was in trouble, but I felt like it was too late to say anything or do anything because these 3 guys had surrounded me, right? And I didn't know whether or not it was going to be a good time or a bad time. I didn't know what that was. He said, but I was so thankful when I saw that you came out of nowhere. It was like you were like, boom, you were there. Like, hey, come on, let's go, like that. And then the 3 guys turned towards me, but when they saw that there was 4 other people behind me, then it really wasn't an argument or a fight or anything like that, right? And so I just told them, I said, sometimes we have to be careful. People will pretend to like us. People will pretend to do things and take us places and then do harm to us, and nobody will ever know the difference. I don't want to know your business, but in my circle, in my gang, if you're going out with somebody new, we circulate the picture in our group. We circulate the contact information. We circulate things to make sure that there's nothing going on. You know what I'm saying? So in case something happens, you got the info. You know what, you know what I mean? And I think that's only fair and right. But some people don't think like that. So I want to say peace and blessing to this young lady. Bless her heart, bless her soul. And I'm praying for her and her family. And I'm praying that they're brought to justice, because I just believe. And another thing too, when you watch the video of her going through the house looking for them, that video is so eerie. Like, I didn't want to watch all the stuff of her getting beat and stuff like that, because it's like trauma porn. But the eerie feeling when she was walking through that house and they were all in the back, and she kept saying, hey, where y'all at? Hey, where y'all at? What's going on? Why it don't take y'all that long to put no bathing suit on? Where y'all at? And they were in that room, and it looked like they were in that room. And y'all know I'm spiritual, but it looked like that door was open and it was just dark in that room. Even though it was light, y'all know what I mean. Spiritually, it looked like it was dark in that room. And I think plotting on her then. I think they were plotting on her then. And I think that's the eerie part, or the part that really, really is like getting me. You know what I mean? Like really making me feel some kind of way. So, okay, y'all, I'm all right. Y'all pray for her family, those that are going to have to deal with this, because it looks like it's going to be an uphill battle. because everything was done in Mexico, and then they got to do this and do that, and all these parameters and red tape. So y'all just pray for them. Just pray for them. Yeah, let's go on to this final thought. Let's go on to this final. So I want to say something to you all tonight as we come to a close with the show. I want to say this to you. If you have a thought, a process, a plan, a strategy, if you do something well, I want you to take a moment, right? Show yourself some grace. Get out of your head about it's not going to work. There may be 800 other people on this planet that have done the same thing that you're doing, but they're not you. Make out a plan. What's your vision? What's your mission? What's your passion? And then put it to paper if you want to do that, or put it on your laptop. But slowly but surely start working to that. Tonight, I want you to remember you. Think about those things. Think about those things. As a matter of fact, you should have some homework. Even though the Titan Capri Experience is going to be hiatus, I'll be back with Titan in the morning. And I think you should think about what it is that you love, what it is that you do. In reality, make it happen one step at a time and make it happen. That's insane. And I think that I think you would do yourself a good service to do that. I'm not going to go in all deep and stuff, but I want you to take a moment and invest in yourself. Take a moment and invest in the fact that you can do whatever you put your mind to. Take a moment and do that. I love you all. I appreciate you all. I'm kind of ending a little early tonight, but I just want to say this to you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for being there. Thank you for supporting. Thank you for doing. But this ain't the last you've seen of me. I'm going to be back. But I have to take some time and show myself some grace and then understand that I'm protecting my peace. But I want you to put one foot in front of the other, one step, two step. Wait a minute, how Sierra did it? And 1, 2 step. And 1 step. I don't know why I just thought about, what about your friends? Are they gonna be around? Look, ladies and gentlemen, I love y'all. Thank y'all so much. I appreciate you. Yeah, look for me in the morning. The Titan Capri Experience will be on hiatus for a little while, but that doesn't mean that you can't come and check me out and be here with me. That don't mean you can't do that. Look, ladies and gentlemen, I love y'all. I appreciate you all. And if you don't know anything else, ladies and gentlemen, if you don't know anything else, you is earth for a reason. You are a blessing and you are to be blessed. And if you're blessed, then you're blessed. And if you're blessing somebody, then surely you know that you're blessed. Okay? All right? Until next time, I appreciate you. Love you. Bye-bye.